All right. Back for another week of Thursdays. You all gave some great questions last week, and now we have some more great questions. Starting off, for those of you just joining, this is Thursday Thoughts, where I give you my thoughts about your thoughts about questions you ask me. It's a long intro. Get over it. Whatever. It's the same thing every week. But let's have some fun this time. Starting off, I've had plenty of questions. Not so many on Instagram. I'm going to move this so you can actually see my face over here. Starting off, Instagram, I've got lots of questions from people who've sent in, and then DMs, things like that. So it's always great to get lots of questions from people. That is always appreciated. And then otherwise, when you join on or listen after, you can always ask questions or do whatever you want. So getting right into it. So the first question, how do you feel about rainy days? You know, this one actually surprisingly speaks to me because I'm an avid lover of rainy days just as much as so yesterday here, it was like almost 80 degrees, bright and sunny, no clouds. And I equally love a day like that just as much as a rainy day because as cliche as it sounds, I really like sitting inside with a book and not doing anything or playing video games, one or the other. As cliche as that really might sound, I really do love rainy days. Because it's just so calm and there's some kind of vibe that makes you feel like you really can just be relaxed and not feel too stressed. But yeah, that's how I feel about rainy days. Rainy days are just as good as a nice sunny day. So the next question, so how do you feel about Bryce Harper getting hit in the face with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball yesterday? That was insane. I have seen multiple highlights about that. Of Bryce Harper just taking a full-on 97-mile-an-hour pitch right here in the middle of batting. I can only imagine how painful that can be. And if he broke anything, or if he didn't break anything, I would be so surprised. That would be so surprising to me for so many reasons. That something like that can break people's fingers, like when it's 80 miles an hour, hits him directly square in the cheek, 97 miles an hour. That would be amazing. I mean, he'll obviously have a giant bruise. Nothing is broken, apparently. Nothing. Okay, so nothing's broken, apparently. That's insane. I've seen people take much worse injuries than that from slower pitches than that. That's crazy to me. So that's surprising. So Bryce Harper getting hit in the face with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball is crazy to me because it's a 97-mile-an-hour fastball coming straight to your face. That's got to hurt so bad. Oh, my God. But yeah, anyways, next question. What are your hobbies and how did you get into them? So I might have answered this before. I don't think I have. But if I haven't, then some of my hobbies include this, doing WICR. So, you know what? And I'll wrap it in with another question. So Pablo, my roommate, asked me, why do you do WICR and how did I get into it? So I'll tie it in. So I started doing WICR through the current president. His name's AJ. He had done some kind of, there was some club orientations where you'd get together and you meet all the new clubs, stuff like that. And he had been sitting there, talking to people about WICR. And he was telling me, he's like, you can literally have whatever show you want. And you can talk about whatever. And guess what? Now I'm talking about whatever because you people give me random things and I talk about it. So it really, that's one of my better hobbies. So another thing, my hobbies, I like reading, video games, watching TV. There's plenty of things I like to do. I will not, however, be a nerd and say I like school. That is not fun for me. I get it done, but it's not fun. Question in the YouTube chat. What do you think about Aaron Rodgers wanting out of Green Bay? I just heard about that. Literally coming into the studio, I heard about that. So Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers, the quarterback, it wants to get out of Green Bay and go be quarterback for another team. And I think that's going to drastically affect the draft more than anyone could have predicted. Like the fact that that's coming out on draft day, people are going to be crazy about that in the draft rooms. I really think that if he wants out of Green Bay desperately, that Green Bay is going to try and trade for a better spot in the draft for Aaron Rodgers. And if they get that, that's going to be, as Aaron Rodgers is known for, that's going to be a Hail Mary, and that's going to be something real good. One team is going to get a real good player. And hey, Green Bay might get a couple good picks in the process too. So that we can only wait until 8 o'clock for. So that's going to be something for sure. He probably wants to host Jeopardy. No, host Jeopardy. He was so bad at hosting Jeopardy. He was all right. Dr. Oz was bad at hosting Jeopardy. Aaron Rodgers, he was all right. He wasn't great. He was just a little boring because he's a football player. He's not, he's not Alex Trebek. He can never be Alex Trebek, but Dr. Oz was way worse than him. And Kurt said, thinking Saints. Aaron Rodgers could go to the Saints. They do need a quarterback. No one wants to play Jameis Winston. And Drew Brees retiring. Jameis Winston's now sitting there. That's an iffy situation. So it's very possible. But getting back to the questions, do you miss crowds because of COVID? I do not. All right, there are certain crowds you can miss. You can miss a giant crowd going to a concert. Like, that's fun, having thousands of people together having such a great time, versus crowds at maybe Six Flags and you have to wait an hour to get on one roller coaster. So that's a yes and a no. I do miss crowds at concerts and fun stuff, but I don't miss crowds because who wants to wait an hour in line for a roller coaster? So it really all depends on the crowd you're talking about. That's the most important thing about it. Since your podcast, do you listen to podcasts? Yes, I listen to Cody Ko and Noel Miller's podcast, Tiny Meat Gang. And I listen to the Joe Rogan Experience. The Joe Rogan, I don't really listen to the Joe Rogan Experience. I just get highlights of it. Tiny Meat Gang, though, those two are hilarious. I do love listening to them. They always say something funny. And they finally, they've been doing it over Discord, so they haven't been together. So now they're finally back in the same room because they're both vaccinated. So that's one of my favorite podcasts to listen to. In the chat, what's your major and plans after graduation? So my major, I have just recently declared my major. I am a marketing major. I'm going to minor in strategic media and communications. So that is what I plan on doing. So with those two combined, I wish to do something along the lines of I don't know, possibly if you're mixing marketing and strategic communications, I don't know, somewhere that can take me to get a lot of money. I don't want to set myself for anything that could be too low, and I don't want to set my expectations too high and feel like I'll never be able to reach there. So my future is currently undetermined, but my major and my minor are marketing and strategic media and communications. I think that's what it's called. There's a longer term for it, and I don't remember exactly. Oh, my brother. Hello, brother. He just turned 22, so let's all say happy birthday to Billy. Happy birthday to him. Yes. April 28th, 1999. Congrats. Oh, God. I'm not going to say what just happened. All right, fine, whatever. My phone is on 20%. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Get over it. No one say a word about it. I don't want to hear it. I charged it before I came here. No one say anything. I know what you're going to say. Thanks, Danny. You know what? I can't sometimes with you people. And guess what? The YouTube chat's going to start blowing up that just like last time that I didn't have my phone charged. But now Now I have a charger, so I'll plug it in. Getting back to the real reason I'm doing this. The next question, or I'll look in the YouTube chat. Hold on. I'll look in the YouTube chat and see how you guys are making fun of me that my phone's not charged. And then I'll get back to the questions that you all so desperately want to hear from me. All right, you can see me on Instagram. All right. On YouTube, y'all are saying, is your phone charged? Just checking. He said that. He said that right as it happened. So the fact I didn't even look at his comment that says, is your phone charged? Right as my phone switched over to low power mode. Whatever. Laura, did you actually just say the words Tiny Meat Gang on live air? Yeah, that's their podcast name, is Tiny Meat Gang. I swear to you. Oh, where's the gloves? Yes, I'm glove free. I finally do not have to wear gloves in here. Obviously, I have to wear a mask. Everyone has to wear a mask. We're glove free in here. Finally. I can put them on if you want me to. I'll put them on just so I can do the thing and then take them off. Because it's kind of classic at this point for me to do the exact same thing that I do every episode with these gloves. So I'll pop them on and take them right off. But yes, we're finally glove free in this studio because I don't have to touch anything. The only thing I'm touching is this, but not even. Like, I'm just touching it to move it back and forth. Otherwise, it's fine. Plus, I use hand sanitizer, so it's fine. But yes, I'll do the classic one time. Bang. That's enough of those. Get them off. All right. Looking to YouTube. No more smacking the gloves. Yeah, that was the last one. Final smack of the gloves on this show. I might have to do it another time, but we'll get there as we go. Back to all of your questions. What is one thing you miss the most because of COVID? What is one? Oh, I miss the ability to actually have a lot of fun things going on. Like, I feel like there's just so many things that have been taken away. You can't really focus on one thing that I want back the most. You know, I'm excited that all of the classes next semester are going to be in person. I really want to go to Universal. That is something I extremely want to do. Person. That was like an ADHD moment. I saw someone walk by and I was like, squirrel. But yeah, there's plenty of things that I miss because of COVID. You know, everyone misses something. You know, there's some people that haven't left their house all this time. A year later, there's some people who haven't even left their house because they're still so scared. You know, obviously the vaccinations are rolling out, so I'm sure they were first in line to get it. But not talking about that, talking about me, there's plenty of things I'm excited for and looking forward to because COVID. Oh, I got the burps. Ugh, sorry about that. YouTube chat. It's iconic. Yes, it is. You have to wear them for a little each show. At least smack the gloves. I'll do it once each show. For those of you who have been here long enough to know that's iconic, yes, I'll do it at least once each show. So yes. Back to this. Beach day or camping trip. So I have only been on one real camping trip, and it wasn't even a camping trip because it wasn't like camping. It was like hanging out in a nice RV and riding around on golf carts with my buddy Kurt. So it wasn't real camping, but it was close to it. So I would prefer a beach day because I live at the beach. So it's always nice to be able to just walk a couple blocks and be at the beach and have a nice beach day versus being out in the middle of the woods in an RV. So that's always, for me, I always think the beach would be better than camping. How did you get your name? How did I get my name? My name's Nick. I don't know exactly how I got my name. If you're asking Thursday thoughts, I don't know. Thursday thoughts, I'll say that name just kind of came up because it sounded funny in my head. And I was like, oh, Thursday thoughts. It's my thoughts on a Thursday. Ta-da! How original, My name of Nick, that came from my parents naming me. I was gonna be Anthony, I think, and they were like, no, we don't want him to eventually be called Tony. They didn't like the name Tony because of Anthony, so they were like, we'll do Nicholas, and then the possibility of Nick is fine. So that's what happened to me. They were like, oh, Nicholas, and he can be called Nick. Unlike my brother, who is William Jr. He's not actually a junior, but his name is William, and I call him Billy. But yeah, that's how I got the name of the show, and that's how I got the name of Nick, which is my name. How will you know when you've made it? How will I know when I've made it? I'll know when I've made it when, I have a nice family, I have a good house, and I can finally have a consistent career and not be like worrying about what my future is going to be like. Like once I have a family, a house, a car, and all I have to do is pay taxes, pay a mortgage, and go to my job and love my family, then that's how I know I've made it. Obviously there's always room for improvement, but once you have those key things, I think that's when I know my life has hit its peak and I'm where I want to be. Next question. Sandwich crusts, on or off? On. I'm 19. If I'm still having people cut off my sandwich crust, I feel like I'm a little kid. Now, that's not to offend. I'm not trying to offend anyone who does cut off their crust. But if you're cutting off your crust because you don't like crust, then I think at that point you're the same person who says, I don't like eggs. Now, if you have an allergy to eggs, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying there are things you need to grow up about and just accept for how it is. Bread has crust, accept the crust. So just have crust on anything. In the chat, like your name, Nicholas, from a baby book, or what is your wow, that was such a. What is your astrological sign? My astrological sign is a Scorpio. So I was born on October 30th of the 2001 year of the AD era. And I am currently in the Scorpio gang. Is there a symbol for it? I know it's the, scorpion, but I didn't know if there's like a hand symbol, whatever. Yeah, I'm a Scorpio. October 30th, 2001. So I'm the day before Halloween, little Halloween baby. Yes, so I'm a Scorpio. That's all I know about those. Back to your questions. What would be the first thing you'd do if you won the lottery? If I won the lottery, I would either pay. The first thing would have to be spend it all on school. That's the most important, because if I'm going to be doing 4 years, then I need to bulk myself down, pay my way through that, and be done with it. Set aside a large sum of money. That way I can pay my way through school. Once I pay my way through school, then that leftover, I don't know, let's say the lottery's what? $100 million. Set aside 100, I don't even know how much my tuition, 30,000. So 30 times 4. Wow. You'd think I could do 120. All right. So $120,000. That was such a struggle. $120,000 set aside of $100 million. And then with the rest of it, I don't know, give it to my family, buy myself a house for the future, put it in stocks, do things so that 100 million can eventually grow into more money. So that would be my plan for winning the lottery. And then if one of my friends needs some money, maybe I'll help them out. But there are lines. There are things. I'm not just going to be giving away money if I won the lottery. You would have to come to me and say, hey, I need some money for this. It's like an investment. If I'm giving you money, I want to see how I'm going to end up getting that money back. Ooh, question on YouTube. Instagram. I look at my phone and say YouTube, and I'm on YouTube. Today's been a long day. I've done 2 papers today and a quiz. Today's a long day. I am definitely struggling on this podcast. Question on Instagram. I've got 3. The power to time travel or turn invisible. I would rather turn invisible. Yeah, turn invisible. I don't have any regrets about my past, and I'm always excited to be surprised about the future. So turn invisible, and as morally wrong this sounds, I could steal a lot of things. Like, I feel like you can just be rich from that. So turn invisible. Then another question from Instagram. Thoughts on Shake Shack? Yo, Shake Shack destroys your stomach. If you think Taco Bell is bad, that is a problem right there. I can't tell that story on here of me and my 2 friends, Henry and Aiden, going to Shake Shack, but just know that was bad. That was a bad experience. Anyways, let's see. Why are you selling your skateboard? You just got it. Who asked me that? I want to know who asked me that. Aiden, the reason I'm selling my skateboard is because I don't skateboard. I shouldn't have got it in the first place, and it's a deep regret that I got it at all. It's a very nice skateboard, and I'm very lucky to have a nice skateboard. But now I don't want it at all because I don't skateboard. It's just not something that I do. It's fun to skateboard sometimes, but I've only used it once ever. Otherwise, I don't use it. So yeah, I see it in the YouTube comments that you all are blowing me up about getting this skateboard, but I don't skateboard, so I need to get rid of it. Someone needs to buy it from me. Back to the questions on Instagram. What is your least favorite pizza topping? My least favorite pizza topping that I have actually tried. I won't just blow up pineapple because everyone says pineapple. I won't just blow it out of the water. I've never had it. I don't want to have it, but I'm never going to have it. So, I'm getting texts right now that are making me laugh. What is your least favorite pizza topping? The least favorite pizza topping that I've had is mushroom. I don't like mushrooms. Mushrooms they're not good. But yeah, those are the questions on Instagram, the ones that I can see on Instagram. Nope, no more questions on Instagram. Are you selling your skateboard because you don't like Aiden and I? No, I'm selling my skateboard because I want money and I don't skateboard. Japanese food or Chinese food? I would have to say Japanese food because I like sushi. So I prefer sushi to... Wow, I'm not even in the Instagram live. I prefer sushi to Chinese food. That is why I would prefer Japanese food. Back to these questions. Lottery, I answered that. If a turtle doesn't have a shell, is he homeless or naked? Isn't the shell part of the turtle? Didn't someone find that out, like dissecting a turtle? Like, this turtle is, like, the shell is part of it. It grows with the shell. They're not crabs, or yeah, they're not like sea animals. They don't change their shells. That's their shell. Doesn't it grow with them? So I guess naked, not even naked. They just be dead. Well, dead, yes, but also naked because they are their shell. So I don't know. That one's a confusing question. That one you'd have to take up with a biologist or some turtle person. I'm going to try and bust through a couple more of these because we're almost at the half-hour mark, and I have class. Pause to poor connection. That sucks. Oh, now we're back. Okay. Looking at the YouTube. Wait, I want to buy. Fair question. Aiden will buy it for me, of course. Sounds like you just don't like us, Nick. Nope, I just don't like my skateboard. I don't skateboard. Enough of the skateboard. Would you rather be famous or rich? I would rather be rich. I do not need fame. I need money. Money is very important. So, famous or rich? Rich. Have How do you feel about the fact that only 10% of our oceans have been explored? That's horrifying. That is the ocean's cool, but that's horrifying to know that we haven't even explored 10% of our oceans, or that only 10% has been exploited. I'm so sorry. I'm getting texts right now that are making me laugh. I'm in a group chat and it's making me laugh. Sorry. Back to this. Yeah, the ocean is horrifying. Only 10%. That's a scary thing. Why do we park on driveways and drive on parkways? That is the longest standing question since the invention of driveways and parkways. I don't know. Whoever invented those words is messed up. I honestly think they probably just did that as a joke. They're like, hey, do you park in your parkway? No, you park where you drive way. Like they just made some joke. They're like, all right, let's mess with everyone and just screw around these words. So yeah, I don't know why. That's such a weird thing. They're like, yeah, let's drive. Say you drive where you park and park where you drive. Like what? Like just say driveway is where you drive and park where your parkway is. I don't know. English is weird. That's why no one likes the English language. What's one fictional food you'd want to eat? There's a couple. You know what? I actually think I wrote some down because this is one of the only questions I looked at. So I said Krabby Patties. I said anything from Willy Wonka. The beignets from The Princess and the Frog. The hot chocolate from Polar Express. Remy's Ratatouille. And butterbeer from Harry Potter. Those are my fictional foods that I 100% would want. So that is all of the questions. I think I checked all of them on Instagram. For those of you who have stayed here this entire time, thank you for listening. For those of you who are listening afterwards and are not listening live, thank you for listening afterwards. And if you aren't even listening because you only listen to the first 10 minutes, have fun doing whatever you're doing right now. So thank you for all of your questions. Thank you for all of your time. Let's check one more time. Did we actually? Oh man. So in the other episode, we'll do a throwback. In the other episode, I said my friend Kurt was crazy on conspiracies. He just put in the chat, did we actually land on the moon? We have 2 minutes left, and I'm not going to go into this. That way, you guys can all go on with your days. This is an example right here that he is always obsessed with conspiracy theories. So did we land on the moon? Yes, we landed on the moon. If for God's sakes, if a self-driving car can take me to a McDonald's, then yes, I think we landed on the moon. I don't think that's hard. If we invented things that you can't even think of how they work, then yes, we landed on the moon. It can't be that hard. It can't be that hard. So yes, a throwback. That is a clear example that Kurt is obsessed with conspiracy theories. Otherwise, that is all the questions for today. Thank you for listening. My name is Nick. Go follow me on Instagram. You probably already do if you're listening to this live on Instagram. If you're listening on YouTube, follow me on Instagram at Stroby_Nick_ or follow me on my account for this at Thursday_thoughts_. The giveaway. Yes. Last thing. The winner of the Dunkin' Donuts giveaway is Brianna Paulson. She answered all the questions correctly by today. So congratulations to her. She has won herself $25 to Dunkin' Donuts. But yes, we're at the half-hour mark. So thank you, all of you, for listening live. And hopefully you are also listening to this later on your own time. I have to get to class. So thank you.